Hey Gisel and everyone else for that matter, because I know I'm gonna end up uploading this anyway. I pray you guys are having a blessed day and being blessed in whatever you are doing or have been doing. This is gonna be a tutorial for the song Forever by Tomlin, and I'm gonna go over the chords and a couple of different strumming patterns that I like to use in this song just to give it more life and add some more dynamics to it. So yeah, let's go ahead and get started. Make sure your guitar is tuned up and ready to go. So first off, we're going to start with the intro. You're going to start off with the chords for the chorus. So you're going to start off on your G, and then you're going to hit the E minor, then you're going to hit the D, and then you're going to hit a C chord. And those are the four chords you're going to use in the chorus. And now I'm going to show you how I like to jump into the song whenever I start leading worship. And it's going to be with a simple down strum. All you're going to do is hit the chords or hit the strings like this. And as you can tell, I'm putting an accent every now and then inside to help with the dynamics a little bit. And to give it more excitement when you play. So here's that strumming again. So go ahead and practice that if you don't already know how to do that. Rewind, hit pause, whatever you need to do. But I'm going to do that strumming pattern with the chords itself so you can actually hear what that sounds like while the chords are getting through. So here we go. So that's the intro, and as you can hear, I'm palm muting some of the strings. So what that means is I'm not doing this. I'm not doing that because all the strings are being left open. What I'm doing is I'm using this part of my palm to kind of rest on the strings a little bit to give it that muted sound like this. Kind of like hitting the strings at the same time your pick is hitting the strings. You kind of want to do that. You want to make sure they kind of hit at the same time or at a similar time. It doesn't have to be exact, but just so that you get that muted sound, and it actually sounds pretty nice. So we'll go over the intro. And then we're going to keep doing this form of strumming into the verse. Give thanks to the Lord, our God and King. His love endures forever. To the C. For he is good, he is above all things. His love endures forever. Sing praise to D. Sing praise to C. Sing praise with a mighty hand. With a mighty hand, an outstretched arm. His love endures forever. For the life that's been reborn, his love endures forever. Sing praise to C. Sing praise. And do that one more time to get into the chorus. Sing praise. Sing praise. So right there, you notice that I'm palm muting pretty much the entire time through the entire verses and through the sing praises. But on the very last sing praise, because right before you hit the chorus, you do sing praise, and then you do it again, sing praise, sing praise. On the last pair of sing praises, you're gonna notice that I'm releasing a little bit more as I'm strumming to build more into the strumming to give more sound. So I'll give an example of that right now. I'll do both pairs of sing praises. Sing praise, sing praise. And one more time. Sing praise, sing praise. And that's going to build it up into the chorus. And the chorus is going to be just as easy, if not easier, because there's no palm muting. All you're going to do is hit those chords for the chorus as open as you want, as open as you can, and it's going to bring a lot more life into that time of course where you jump into it, whether you're by yourself or with the rest of your team. So let me give you an example of that. Sing praise, sing praise, chorus. Forever God is faithful, forever God is strong, forever God is with us, forever, forever, forever. You can do an interlude where you play the chorus of the chords, or the chords of the chorus, and then into the next set of verses. From the rising to the setting sun. So right there on the chorus, you notice it's pretty easy. I'm just going down the whole time. What I am also doing though is right before I switch to the next chord, I do a little up hit. So let me give you an example of that. So forever God is faithful. So right before I hit the E minor, I'm doing this, and that's gonna land on the E minor or the next chord. It's just to make it sound a little different, so it's not sounding entirely the same all the way around. But you don't have to do that. You can just play. You can just go down the whole time. Forever God is faithful. Forever God is strong. Forever God is with us. Forever, forever. But I do like to add that in just to make it a little different. And then you're gonna run through that intro / interlude if you want. You go to the G, to the E minor, just like you're playing the chorus, but this is after the chorus. And then into the next set of verses, and this is what I like to do when we get in. From the rising to the setting sun, His love endures forever. By the grace of God, we'll carry on. His love endures forever. Sing praise, sing praise. So what I'm doing there is obviously it's sounding a little different, and that's just to build more as you lead into the final verses before that last big chorus. And what I'm doing here, I'll give you an example, is as I'm on that G for from the rising to the setting sun, from the rising to the setting sun, I'm just kind of doing this pattern, kind of like a galloping type of thing. It's like half galloping, I think it's called. I'm not even sure. It just sounds really nice. I'll do it slower so that you can see exactly what I'm doing and practice on your own. So it's like this. And yeah, I like to do that while also only focusing on these lower strings, the E and the A, because it kind of gives that bassiness to the song, where it's taken away from all these highs, but at the same time it's driving the song a little bit because the bass is coming through pretty strong. Phil Wickham does that a lot, and I know a lot of other worship leaders and guitar players do that. But I like the way it sounds, and so to put that all into sequence, we'll do that verse again from the rising. From the rising to the setting sun, His love endures forever, and by the grace of God, we'll carry on. His love endures forever. Sing praise, sing praise. I'm still only focusing on the top string. Sing praise. Sing praise, sing praise. And as you get into that final pair of sing praises, you're going to do that same strumming pattern, just a little louder. Not faster, just louder. So you're just going to want to do that half galloping. When you start on from the rising to the setting sun, all the way through that to the sing praise, and then just kind of build up in volume. Sing praise, sing praise. And then you're gonna do that same exact pattern as you get into that last big chorus. And so there's really only like 3 different types of patterns you really need to memorize. But so after that, sing praise, sing praise, sing praise, same pattern to the chorus. Forever God is faithful, forever God is strong, forever God is with us, forever, forever, forever God is with us, forever God is strong, forever God is with us, forever, forever, forever. And you can keep playing that chorus the same way you're doing it right now. Just go all the way through it. And then you're going to end on that G. So if you also notice, the difference between that and the previous verse and stuff is when you get into from the rising to the setting sun, you're just focusing on those lower notes all the way through sing praise. Then as you build into the chorus, you're going to hit more and more of the strings. You're no longer going to be doing this, or you're going to be doing this, trying to get more and more strings involved. And then right when you hit that chorus, you're going to hit all of them, still doing that same pattern. And it's just that half gallop type pattern. And that's pretty much the song. These strumming patterns might be a little difficult at first, but like anything else, the more you practice, the better you get at it. And honestly, the number one thing is to remember that you are doing this for the Lord. You're not doing this to make noise. You're not doing this to impress a crowd. You're doing this to glorify our God who's in heaven. And just like it says in 1 Corinthians 13, if we can make beautiful sounds, if we speak in tongues, but we don't have love, we are just a clanging cymbal. We are pretty much an annoying noise. So remember to do everything in love, and that love being the love of Jesus. So yeah, guys, I hope this is helpful. I hope this encourages you to play the song. I hope I was clear and concise all the way through. Again, if there's any things that you need to repeat or practice, feel free to hit pause, rewind. And also, the beauty of YouTube now, you can also slow down videos to, was it like 75%, 50%, and even 25% of actual speed. So if these strumming patterns are still a little bit fast, you can slow it down, and that'll help you out. But yeah, I pray you guys have a blessed rest of your day, rest of your week, whatever you guys are going to be doing. May you be empowered by the Holy Spirit and be blessed in everything that you guys do. So yeah, God bless you guys.